Graphing systems of linear inequalities follows the same steps as graphing a single linear inequality. But, as we know, a system of linear inequalities can have more than just two. Sometimes it can have four inequalities, which is what we're going to go over now. This means that you will have four shaded areas, and from these shaded areas, you need to keep the overlapping shaded area. The overlapping shaded area is what makes the system of inequalities true. So when you got four going on like we have this time, it can be a little bit confusing. So I'll try and go as slow as I can, and hopefully it makes sense. So we got this system of linear inequalities. So what you want to do is you want to graph each one individually, and then we're going to shade and then find the area that overlaps. So first one we have is x plus y is less than or equal to 6. So what we're going to do first off is we're going to turn it into an equality. So x plus y equals 6, and we're going to graph. I like to do mx plus b method for graphing a line, but if you do points or intercepts, those work just as well. So I'm going to subtract the x over, and I'm going to get y equals negative x plus 6. And so from here, I see that my slope is negative 1 and my y-intercept is positive 6. So go into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. And then my slope is negative 1, so down 1 and over 1 here. And I'm going to use a red line to draw these graphs. And all of these have equal to signs here, so they're all solid lines, not dotted. So draw solid line for this one. And now I'm going to go back and do the next one. So 3x plus y is less than or equal to 10. So 3x plus y is equal to 10. Subtract the 3x over, and I'm going to get y equals negative 3x plus 10. So my y-intercept is positive 10. So right here. And my slope is negative 3, so 1, 2, 3, 1. Right here. And I'm going to graph it. So it's almost off the graph, but it just stays on. So there we go. Now on to the next one. Going to have x equals 0. So x equals 0 is just going to be a straight vertical line going through the y-axis. So when I graph this, it's going to be just a straight vertical line like so, going up and down. Now fill it all the way out. So like that, and like that. Now last, we have y is greater than or equal to 0. So y is equal to 0. And this is going to be a flat horizontal line running through the x-axis. So I'm going to graph that. And it's going to go like this here and here. So now I have everything. Now I need to pick a test point somewhere that's not on any of the lines drawn. So I'm going to choose something simple. I'm going to choose this test point here, which is going to be test point 1, 1. So I'm going to plug 1, 1 into all of my inequalities to see what is true and what is false. So I'm going to plug 1, 1 into the first one. So x plus y is less than or equal to 6, which is going to be 1 plus 1 is less than or equal to 6, which will be 2 is less than or equal to 6. Now, is 2 less than or equal to 6? Yes, it is true. So since it's true, and this first line here is what I drew, and it's true for this one, I'm going to shade everything in this direction. Oop, don't need that. So, like so. So everything here in relation to this first line. Now, I'm going to do it again for the next one. So 3x plus y less than or equal to 10. Put 1, 1 in. So 3 times 1 plus 1 less than or equal to 10. So it's going to get 3 times 1 is 1 plus 1 is 4 less than or equal to 10. Now is 4 less than or equal to 10? And again, this is true. So go back in here and I'm going to use green this time. So this is the line here down to here for this one. So since it's true on the left side, we're going to shade everything to the left side, like so. So that's what's true so far. Now I'm going to put it into the last two. Now the last two we have is just one letter each. So x is greater than or equal to 0, we're going to get 1 is greater than or equal to 0. And since 1 is greater than 0, we say it's true. So when we shade this line, or shade this area, this is the vertical area here. So this vertical line running top to bottom. And since the test point here is to the right, we're going to shade everything to the right. And finally, we'll do the last test point. Y is greater than or equal to 0. So 1 is greater than or equal to 0, which is again true. So one more time, we're going to go shade the true area, and since the y equals is the horizontal line and the test point is above it, we're going to shade everything above, like so. Now here is the hard part. You want to look at this whole thing, and it's kind of a mess. Where is the colors overlapping? And the colors are overlapping. You see some yellow, green, pink, and blue. It's in this area here. So this is the area that's true. So we don't need any of the other shaded areas. So we can just kind of get rid of them because that's not what's true. What's true is only this red area that's shaded. So it takes some time, it takes some practice, but just be patient when you have a system of equations, linear inequalities that have more than two, because it can be a little bit of a huff. So just be patient and take your time and you should be okay.